Howdy, friends. How are we all doing today? I hope everything's all good and well. It's been kind of a weird week lately here in Michigan. Got lots of warm weather in here. Um, uh, Decided to come out here and have a good cup of coffee. Hoorah! And kind of get some peace. Got cold on me. But anyway, just a little bit of an update. I'm uploading a video as we speak. It might be done. I'm not sure. But yeah, I'm a little behind on that. I went straight to bed about 4 o'clock last night, or in the morning, I should say. And after having all the issues, we were having with the little one. But anyway, I did get some sleep. I'm feeling a whole lot better. More back to myself. A lot more better. So yeah, I'm got a little more sleep. I stayed home in the first thing in the morning to go take care of that whole situation with his speech therapy place. I got to sit in on the session, and hopefully they don't cut the session back to a half an hour. It's supposed to be an hour, because that's a long ways away from here, or a decent ways from here. And it's a lot of gas and money and all that. But anyway, he got all situated, all good, back to normal, hopefully. At least with how long it is. So yeah, a little update. I want to start working on this. My little eager Beaver 2.0. Alright, so I'm just kind of mocking things up, and when I say mocking things up, I'm dry fitting everything. I'm not bolting and fitting everything, or bolting in everything to where it's fitted. Okay, so I went through and I put the gas tank and oil tank on, and got it all situated, trying to figure out the routing of the fuel line that will fit under the engine. There we go. Under the engine and into the case the way it's supposed to. So, that being said, I got to reroute looks like a ground wire to the CID coil there. So, not too big of a deal. Let me pop that off so we get the engine back in there. So, yeah, I'm just going to reroute a few things, or a couple things here. Got the fuel line on. I always like to look things over and look for awareness. If something's rubbing up against something. For example, the spark plug wire. Now, you see, I went through it. I found some rubbing on here that's probably been rubbing against the case or something. Now, before it gets too bad, where you have to replace it, I wrap some heavy-duty, thick electrical tape around that. Now, no one's going to see this, so I didn't do a real pretty job on it. But I like to have it nice, tight, and clean looking. It's not too bad, considering it's right into the bend. So I'm going to put that on there, so wherever it rubs, it's going to have to go through that tape first. And this is pretty heavy-duty stuff. That electrical tape. Yeah, other than that, I gotta get this little wire hooked up here and onto the kill switch end. Yep, that's where it goes. I see it now. Get my little handy dandy needle nose here. My fat fingers can't fit down in there. Yeah, I'm feeling a whole lot better, folks. I'm back to myself. I'm back to normal. I know my content been kind of boring the last couple videos, and I do apologize. I really do. I hate it. I hate disappointing y'all. I'm disappointed myself. But I've been so tired with the little one, running around and uh, not being able to sleep at night. We did find out this situation. It is a monster issue, and then his older sister does not help with that at all. They like to play with, monsters, pretend. And she does this growl, and then I think that's doing something to him when he go into bed, and then the shadows, so we had to move a few things, but we're getting there. We're getting there. It's getting better. It's getting better. Last night, unfortunately, he got up, opened the door. We finally learned how to open the door. Unfortunately, it had to be at the kind of the worst time, but he can just get out there, reach the door, and open it. And so he come in the room before I went to bed. Because like I said, I was out here 4 o'clock in the morning trying to get all my saws ready for my jobs coming up. And all my equipment and my gear. So, yeah, it's, anyway, he was in the bed. He was in my bed, sleeping. And I didn't even know it. I got into bed. I couldn't see, I get in bed. I'm like, geez, there's no room over here, Scoot over. I look over, and it's him. I'm like, oh, okay. Well, he slept through the night. We all slept through the night, so that was good. Or the rest of the morning, I should say. So that was good. We all got some sleep. So, now, you know what? Got everything mocked up. I went through and I tightened the bolts down for the, on the gasket material on the carburetor and the mounting. And I believe I have everything all to spec. Yep, so that's good. It's got good compression. Even with the spark plug out, I get a thump, a thump. It's a good sound. Good sound. Usually I keep the spark plug in there to keep debris getting in there. So, but it's going to be a tight hole getting through there. I need to get a case. Obviously, I didn't get the one off eBay like I should have. I believe Billy from Philly, I think it was you that mentioned that. I appreciate it, but I just never jumped on it. That and my cash is starting to get low. I've been dreaming about that darn, that darn, husky, at the, local store up here. I really would like that. But $450 is a lot of money for me right now. I need some more jobs lined up so I can get it. That, and I need to pay some bills. Life goes on. I get there eventually, I always make do what I have. Always do. All the good stuff will come in time, right? All in good time. Alright. So, I'm just trying to figure out the routing on here. I can point you down so you don't have to stare at my ugly mug. There we go. Tools everywhere. I know I got a messy bench. Once I get my parts for my Husky, I will be able to clean this bench up because I got the Husky parts laying all over the place. And then I'm going to organize. I'm going to clean this place up. It drives me crazy every time I get in here. Alright, so we're just going to slide that in. Oh, look at that. Nice. Fuel line went right... Uh-oh, I think I just pulled it out, didn't I? Yes, I did. Pulled too hard. I wish I had one of those little spring clamps. I don't have anymore. Usually I have a whole bunch of those laying from extra parts for from older jobs. Oh, it fits in there nice and snug. Does need to go around the other way of the spark plug wire. Alright, let's not pull on that. Okay, let's try this again. And that should slide right in there. Oh yeah, perfect. Look at that. Like a hot knife through butter. Alright, looking good. Alright, look at there. We got her in. Alright. A lot of times I like to go through the casings or whatever, stuff like this. I like to go through and clean up all the flashing. And when I say flashing, I mean that's the, yep, it's not quite in there yet. That's, the flashing is the, that's weird. Flashing's the parts of the mold when they pour these cases. The aluminum oxide, or aluminum or magnesium. That's aluminum magnesium casting. I wonder why that don't want to slide in there all the way back now. Didn't do that before. Gotta do some investigating here. And that's why I say mock things up, because you never know how things are gonna fit. Yep. Okay, I think that's the problem there. It's that wire that I did before. So, yes. Reroute. Yep, always double check this stuff. Always, always, always. It's good to do. So, let's go this way. No, I'll even reroute some stuff different than the way they had it from the manufacturer. Just so if I see that it is an issue, or if for longevity, rubbing, you know, I'll always change a few things around. There ain't nothing wrong with that as long as it don't interfere with anything. Yep. Then I make sure everything's gonna clamp right on the terminals. I like to go through and put a little electric grease on things too, on your connectors. That helps. With chainsaws, as long as you know that the sawdust is not going to get up in that spot, which, you know, 9 times out of 10 it is, I wouldn't put too much on. You don't want that collecting on the terminals. Could ground something out or gunk it up to where it won't work. I just put it just enough for the connectors, not squeezing out anywhere. Well, this thing is giving me some trouble. But yeah, I'm feeling much better, guys. Much, much better, folks. Got a little bit of rest. I didn't want to take off work yesterday, earlier today, but I figured a half a day is fine. It ain't gonna hurt nothing. That, and I really needed to get our little situation figured out and taken care of, obviously. Had some serious accusations that were going on. Boom, there we go. That's what it was. Just had to reroute a little wire. Yep, some little things, you know. Alright, so now we could throw some screws into the case. Get it all bolted down. How long is this video so far? 15 minutes, we're not too bad. Not too bad. Alright. That's for the handle. There's one over here. And one on top. Now I'll leave these a little on the loose side in case you need to kind of jiggle, get all your screws started first. Always get your screws started first. Get them all started, then go back through and tighten them all once you get them all in there. That way you know that it's in the right spots, good location. All right. Look at that, back in its case. All right, now we need to get in here. Gotta grab our throttle linkage. That was a loud motorcycle just went by. I don't know if y'all heard that. I was thinking about getting mine out tomorrow. I didn't winterize it yet. And up here, this is some crazy Michigan weather going around lately. Like today, yesterday I was in a t-shirt. It was like it was 70-something degrees. I'm like, oh, it felt great. It was beautiful. Working outside a little bit. No, it was nice. That was a good day. That got bent back. How'd that happen? Alright. Down. There we go. Alright. So now we got it. I was just looking at the making sure all my buttons work, for the kill switch. I wanted to make sure that went into contact so we could turn off the engine. Okay, we got all our spots where we get our screws in. That's good. We'll go ahead and we can get the rest of this good together. Now, the tricky part here is trying to get this fuel line on to the bottom of this here. Now that's way in the back there. There's no access point to put this on, so I don't know how this is going to turn out. I can see it and about to start that. Oh, look at there, it went in. I'll be darned. Okay. Then we need to line up the other one for the oil. Well, ho, 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 ho. Look at that. Bingo. Now, I noticed there was some rubbing on this, on the tank in the front here, where the front cover goes on. I gotta fix that. And so what I did is I put that heavy duty electrical tape on there. You could put anything, a felt pad, a little sticky side of the foam tape, it has a sticky side, so you put that on the tank. Just to help cushion that. I like to use this thick electrical tape because it's very durable and will last a long time even with the rubbing on there. So that's why I go with that. just to help with the longevity of it and won't wear a hole through your fuel tank, because that would be extremely bad on a hot engine. Who knows what'll happen there. Alrighty. Before I put all the front cover on and all that, and get the clutch on, I'll probably I'm going to put some oil in there, make sure this oil works. Now I know some of it goes on the back, down pressure of the piston will activate the little, I guess you'd call it a piston inside this oil pump. Now you pump it too up here, and then you get this going, and that'll help. That will oil your chain. So I want to make sure that works, because like I said, I don't know. I'm not so sure on that. I don't know. I might put it all together. I mean, it don't take much to put together. Take apart. So we'll see. So next up, let's get that bad boy on there. I got all my pieces sitting in the case that it came with. Yeah, get all my screws and stuff. Okay. Like to make sure I'm not forgetting nothing. Okay, so we got the brake and the clutch here, or the sprocket. Get all this together. I do apologize if this is a long video, but I wanted to build this with you guys. Okay, got everything here. I did grease up the bearing in here, so I made sure I greased those up. And I cleaned all this up. Made sure the spring was still good, really good. Oh yeah. Let's put that on there. Oh look, it even tells you. It's idiot proof. This side out. Oh, I'm going the wrong way. Duh. Should know better than that. Left hand thread. When I put these on, I like to use an impact. Okay? Not like an overkill impact. What I like to use is this. Just a little driver, you know. That way you don't overdo it. I don't know if this... Oh, it is the right one. Yep. And then that way I can hold the other side. Just like that. That's all you need. Don't need to go overkill. It's a left-hand thread, so it will tighten itself because it will turn to the right. Yeah, it will tighten as it runs. And it'll only tighten so much, so that's good. Oh, I do have a question. If you guys are all, I don't know if any of you are good at muffler mods. I'm okay with them. This one's a little different to me because I have never done this type muffler on this, so I'm not sure exactly what I want to do or how to do it. I see there's like a little baffle in here for it. I want to do something. I want to get a little bit of breathing room here and some. I need to do some kind of mod to it. So, if you all have any ideas and you're familiar doing it with that one, I believe there was somebody on here. I don't remember your name. I apologize. You had done one of these, and you did a, I believe it. You said you did a muffler mod on it. I am curious in how you went about it. Okay, if you don't mind sharing your idea with me, I really appreciate it. All right, so we got all that on. We're good. We're golden. Yep, sprint spins nice and free. And I went through it and I checked the sprocket. It looks great. It's not worn down. So we're good. Alright, so we got our puller here. I gotta rebuild this. The rope or the string's in there somewhere. There it is. So I gotta pull that through. I gotta get it through up through the hole and tie it off. Yep, that should be plenty there. So I will do that. Yeah, we can do that now. Turn that around. I'll grab the handle. Somewhere. There it is. Sorry about that, friends. I got cut off there for a minute. I got text messages and phone calls and all that jazz coming in. Those junk numbers. I don't know if you guys get a lot of those junk numbers, but that's irritating. I'll tell you what. So I was just going over this, making sure the pull's good. Pull seems good. That's why I leave the spark plug out. This little guy here, just a little tiny guy. So little. So yeah, that's why I leave that out. Alright, now we can go ahead and put the rest of the screws in. And I'm going to go through and I'm going to tighten all those other screws up and the casing too. Now that we got everything all situated, this is good. We'll have to adjust the throttle a little bit. Watch when you're tightening down plastic pieces. You don't want to turn them too much. It will crack and break. Don't want that. Don't want that. Alright. I like to go through and make sure everything's all good. You know what? I forgot something here, and I see it. There's a little spacer and a little washer that goes in between that sprocket, that sprocket and the brake there. Yep, forgot that. So that's why you lay out your pieces. I like to use this blue paper towel, shop rags. Lay your stuff out, not just your tools, but I like to do my tools as well. Put those back up, and that way you have everything all lined up. So we'll get the impact back out. Whoopsies. And get that back, to get that in there. Thought there was two. Nope, just one. Okay. Oh. I'll go ahead, hold that flywheel in there. Yep, that hurt. Alright. So we got that in there. Or off. Get all this back off. Yep, get that on there. Hold that flywheel again. Oops, wrong way. All right. See, and that's all you need. And you see how hard it took. It took a couple times to get that off of there. So like I said, once you turn that over, that tightens up, especially when it gets going. All right. Yeah, and when you do this, and this cylinder's been out dry for a little bit. Make sure you put I like to use fogging oil, just a little bit of fogging oil. You put regular motor oil or just a little bit in there to help lube that cylinder up. That way you're not grinding metal to metal in your piston. Grinding up against the side of that cylinder. You don't want to score all that up. Make sure that's noted. And as I'm going through, yeah, that's a lot better. So I'm going through, I like to check everything. I make sure everything's there. As I'm going along and assembling everything, I double check everything. Yep, make sure everything's all sealed and good in there. Always double check as I'm going along. So we'll go ahead. We can, you know what? I'm going to blow this out. I missed cleaning this up. So I'm going to go ahead and blow that out. There, blow. Alright. Sorry, Rip. Air compressor's a little loud. I apologize. So, got that up out of the way. This choke only goes one way in there. Now, when I do the choke, I'm double checking, watching this butterfly. Make sure that closes all the way and opens all the way where it's supposed to meet, You see that open and closing there? So where this stops, that's where that should be closed, and when this stops, that should be wide open. So we don't have any issues. Yep. Okay. We're doing good. Put that back up there. We'll go ahead and need to get the handle on one sooner or later. Don't remember exactly the routing on that, what you have to do first. Let's see here. Alright, get the rest of the parts up here. That right away. Alright, got the side handle here. Okay, I got the rest of my little parts here. Now this jimmy jaggy here. This goes up into the handle, your trigger. Okay, and that goes up here like this, on here. And then sorry folks, I'm trying to remember here. Darn it. And that's my memory for you. This has got to go down and push on that, on your oiler. Oh. This way? Oh. Yeah, it's gotta go this way. Or not. Yep, downside I have memory issues. You can't remember squat. Eventually you get it. Not a big deal. Okay, that goes on here like that. Seems like that goes in here like this. Now let's go up in the front. One way of telling with that. Oh, yep, I see it. It's on. It goes on with the front cover. Okay, we're good. So, yep, we'll get that get this handle up in here. Looks like it had a little bit of a heat issue with the handle down here, where the spark plug is. I see some plastic. It's all melted, interfering where that spark plug goes. The spark plug wire goes. Ouch. I do apologize again. I know this is going to be a little bit of a longer video. Ugh. Just doing some trimming with the plastic, people. Guys, I apologize, friends. Should have done this beforehand, huh? Yeah, I apologize again. Being a longer video, I know it sucks kind of sitting there, but I really wanted to put this together with you guys. Wanted to share this. Maybe share some tricks of the trade, just like just little stuff, it helps. You never know. You want to get the ambition of building or putting together and taking apart your own saw, and just kind of give you an idea in general of all your saws. This one's a little on the different side. It is a different kind of saw. It's a very unique saw. Yeah, I'm having a little bit of issues with the wiring here. Maybe a little bit more trimming. Yeah, it looked like it had some heat. I could see why, because it was all plugged up. I don't know if y'all remember how dirty it was, how bad it looked. I definitely see where the heat's got to escape from the engine. That's why they put fins on the cylinder. That's your cooling system. Air has to get through there and pass through there and get that heat out of there. Your engine cools and runs way better at a lower temp. Once it's up to operating temperature, it's got to maintain that temp to run properly. There we go. Now we got it. So now this will go in here like that. Still having a little bit of an issue with that plug, but there we go. Okay, now, see this hole here? That's where this side handle that needs to go in at. Okay. And that will bolt there and there. Bolts right through that. Go together, and then the bottom of that here will bolt in. I just had to get in the right spot. Alright. There we go. So just like that. Now if I'm not mistaken, before you do that, there is the side handle piece. Or the guard, I should say, that is attached to the front cover. Now the front cover is a little different because you have to slip this on and go back this way. Because it won't let you, it will only go one way. So you have to go toward the front from the back. So when you put this on, okay, so we're not going to have any issues here once we put that handle on, because that can just flip right up, just like that. So no big deal. Okay, no big deal. Now we got it. We got her. No big deal. Okay. So yeah, we can go ahead. Knocking my junk around. And go ahead and put this handle in here then. Just like that. Front, then this handle, trigger handle. And then that. Yep. So we want to make sure when this all goes together. Now this is a double action, so you got your safety here in order to pull the trigger up here. If not, then this don't do nothing. You gotta squeeze, pull your trigger. So we want to make sure all that works. This one gets nice, that real long bolt here. It's more like a screw, because it goes into plastic, so it's got deep threads in there. Alright. That's for that cover, that's for the handle. There's my boot. When you do your boots, put a little electric silicone in there. Helps with the connections. Alright, so we need to switch over our sockets. Alright. Now I'm not going to torque this thing down real well, because I got to make sure this lines up. Oh yeah, it lines right up. Look at that. So we can go ahead and put our bolt in. See, there's fairly simple assembly here. Very simple. Making sure everything's all still good and tight. Now we can torque this thing down. Okay, not too much because it goes into plastic. Well, look at there. It's starting to look like a saw, folks. Alright. Now we're going to go ahead, tip it over here so y'all see it. It stops moving. Okay, I cleaned up the cover. That's nice. This is for the air. And I did buy, there it is, a new filter. Because the old one, if I can find it, there it is. See the old one? Yeah, this is what it's supposed to look like. Yeah, it's rough. Yeah. Different, huh? Now on here, there's this little rubber ring that goes onto the carb. It kind of snaps around into there. And you gotta be real gentle. You don't want to rip this. Yeah, it's a pain in the butt right now. Oh, there it goes. Now it's starting. It's a good tight fit. And it wasn't dry rotted or nothing. It was still pliable. And it's nice and tight still going around the carb there. Yeah, there we go. See, just like that. You can see it just tucked in right around this ring on the carb and sits in there. Then this has a kind of a little bit of a rubber, kind of a dense rubber, but a little rubber ring around it. And that will snap in between all these little pegs, right? And that will hold it in. Just snaps right in there. Yep, and then, well, I guess it don't really snap too well, does it? Yeah, I guess it just kind of sits there. But I know this pushes up against it. I do know that. And that will hold it up against that rubber ring that we put in there, okay? There we go. Oop. There's these little tabs that go underneath the cover here of the starter. Ugh. Gotta get those under there. It actually pushes up against there pretty tight. Surprisingly. Ah, look at that's a good sound. There we go. Okay. Ah, there it goes. Oh. Alright. Something's not kosher here. Well, sometimes you just gotta loosen up the screws to that pull starter. No big deal. What we'll do, there might be some play in between. So when we tighten this thing down, like that, push all this over a little bit so it'll stay together. And then we can tighten down that pull starter. And those little bolts there. Nope, still not snapping in there. I don't know if I like that. Oh, seems to be staying now. Nope, seems to be good now. Not sure what it was, but it worked. There we go. Look at this. Look at this. Nice, clean saw. It's looking nice and pretty. This side here is a little different. The way they designed this. It's not user-friendly. Taking it apart and all that jazz, but I do need to do something because this bolt here, that I believe this is the one that was stripped out, where you can take the handle, top handle, and flip it forward like I showed you, and then able to free it up and remove it all as one assembly. Later down the road, to match this yellow on this side, you can see it's pretty faded. It's kind of hard to see in the video, but this is a lot cleaner yellow than this. This is like a dull, yucky yellow. It's all chipped and all that. I'm going to see if I can actually make this sticker on my software and print it out and match it. And then eventually take this yellow here, this casing, and powder coat it. Yeah. So anyway, like I said, eventually I'm going to do the muffler mod on this. I don't know exactly what to do with it, so please, if you have any ideas, give me some ideas. Okay. Alright, so I'm going to put all this together. Things might get a little hard to see. I'm trying to line up the gasket and all that. I guess you guys got a good view. I like to leave that one loose so I can get everything through it. Yep, there we go. Yes, a muffler mod on here would be very nice. Because just looking at this, the way this muffler is and that baffle in there, I'm not too fond of it. But hey, it's not bad. Yeah. Oh, screws. Okay. This has got the little bit of a kind of shoot the exhaust down. It looks like it goes through that cover, so I mean it's not a bad design. I always like to get the most I can out of it, and longevity.